Hello, I'm Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. Have you chosen a word for 2024? I usually choose a word each year to be something I think about a lot and pray into my life. This year I've chosen the word wait as my word, and the verse I chose is Lamentations 3:26. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. So it's a short word, wait, and a short verse. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. But waiting does not come easy for me, and that's an understatement. However, I sense there are some waiting periods ahead for me this year, and in fact, it's already happening. So I need to learn to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. What caught my attention in this verse is that it said it is good to wait. I have never thought of waiting as good. Have you? Waiting means complaining and griping and often running ahead of the Lord and messing things up. How can waiting be good? Well, that's my lesson to learn this year, that it is good to wait quietly. That's another word that I don't associate with waiting. Quietly. Like I said, waiting for me usually includes a sour attitude and a grumpy spirit. And I'm not usually very quiet about it. But learning to wait quietly for the Lord's salvation, that's where the good comes in. But how to do it? How to make it work in my life? That's my challenge, of course. Looking at another reference to waiting, Titus 2 gives some insight. Speaking of the grace of God, Titus writes that it teaches us to say no to ungodliness and live self-controlled lives while we wait for the blessed hope, the appearing of our Savior Jesus Christ, who gave himself for us to purify for himself a people that are his very own. So for me this year, I want to focus on what I'm waiting for, the appearing of Jesus Christ. And I want to learn to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord, because that's good waiting, right? That's living in the sure knowledge that Jesus is coming again. And meanwhile, he is purifying me since I am his people, since he's chosen me and saved me. I can choose what I focus on in these waiting periods of my life, and you can too. We can focus on why we don't like it, and we can complain about it, or we can choose to keep remembering that we're waiting for the salvation of the Lord, because he has a plan for this world and for you and for me, and it's good. And when we keep focused on what we're really waiting for, then we can wait quietly without complaining. So if you're in a waiting period, remember this verse from Lamentations, that it is good to wait quietly for the Lord's salvation. He hasn't forgotten you. You can trust him. He has salvation for you as you learn to wait quietly. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Take that verse with you this week and have a great week.